So tell me a little bit about what you do right now. What is your current role?
So,
where are you working?
Well, currently I am the bar manager at Beaverbrook Townhouse in Sloane Square. It's a nice little boutique hotel, 14 suites, little nice slice of heaven, small team, 50 cover for the bar, 50 cover for the restaurant.
How's the bar? What's the bar philosophy? How's the bar like?
So the bar, because we are part of a bigger another site deep in Leatherhead, Surrey. So the philosophy is for our site is Japanese British.
Okay. How do you kind of infuse that in your drinks?
So how we infuse it is, well, it's a bit of a weird one. It's a weird mismatch.
Okay.
Where sometimes is purely British, sometimes is purely Japanese, and then we get some that has the best of both worlds. Because being in Chelsea, people like what they like and they know what they want. So if they really want Japanese, they'll go full hog Japanese. If they want something really British, they'll go full hog British.
Nice. What does your average day look like? What's a good day for you at
a good day? I'm not running around. not trying to call my staff. Where the hell are you? A good day would be, well, when I start, get my coffee, open a station, open these stations, do my deliveries, and then just, unfortunately have my laptop still behind the bar and just serve people still.
How often are you doing tastings or meeting with suppliers?
Whenever they're free and whenever I'm free. Or whenever they're not sick and I'm not sick.
Okay.
So it can vary between about twice a week to once every other week.
So you've worked in a bunch of places here.
Mm-hmm.
I want to understand how is the dynamic and that relationship between a bar manager and the supplier, or the buyer and the supplier. How important is that relationship?
That is very important, especially now these days. With the whole COVID and Brexit thing, it's like the most important thing ever to have. And I know suppliers and brands, they have this, of course, this subconscious of it is competition. In my eyes, there is no competition. There is now, we need to help each other pull up. I literally outright tell my suppliers, if you don't have it, I'm going to another supplier to order it, because if you don't have it and they have it, I'm going to have to do it, because that's the supply and demand.
Because you need it.
Yeah. No.
It's as simple as that.
It's just simple as that.
But you also have suppliers that go out of their way to kind of do stuff for you.
Oh yeah, no.
I'm sure
that's why I have 3 suppliers, and I love them all. They all provide different things. One has a massive catalog. One will personally drive his car in front of my door and drop me off stuff. And one will, if I really need it, they can and will reorganize my orders. So when they don't have it, but they will in the week, they'll place it again for it. So I would not miss a shipment.
Nice.
So all of them they all have different strengths, different knacks, and different methods, but I love them all the same.
In your opinion, how do you create a profitable bar menu? What is a profitable bar menu?
Profitable bar menu?
Yeah, or a bar program. What's a profitable bar program?
Well, starts with training. Basic. It starts with training your staff and training the people around you. Unfortunately, sometimes training is missed because if you don't have a passion for it, or if that person does not have that much knowledge to go with it, you can train someone to read off cards and keep repeating the same cards over and over again, but that doesn't mean that message is conveyed through the feelings of your words. They're just words. Like I can, like if I say, here, Monkey 47, sorry, no product placement. It's like Monkey 47, it has 47 botanicals, it's great with tonic, it's got a higher ABV, therefore it makes a better cocktail. You ain't gonna buy that. You ain't gonna buy that.
Yeah.
And if I said, oh, this is Monkey 47, there's 74 botanicals, it comes all the way from the Black Forest, it has like very round citrus notes, pomelo, grapefruit, orange, it makes a great gin and tonic, especially if you put a twist of grapefruit to it.
There you go, Monkey 47.
No product placement, sorry. just this is a crude example because it's one of those things where it has enough knowledge, you need enough knowledge of it to articulate.
Correct.
But it's...
You also have to do your own discovery.
Exactly.
That's the most important.
That's
to
the
bring
thing.
your own personality into it is the most important thing. Exactly. How do you... Tell me a little bit about team management and how does that process work for you? What skills do you think are important to be a good manager?
Patience. Lots of patience. Lots of understanding. Even if when you feel like you need to punch a wall, it's kind of like pretend to punch the wall, but more like just to relieve that frustration, to clear your mind.
Yeah.
Because the bigger picture is not just that one person, it's the team. In terms of the management of them, everyone's a human.
But you seem like a very straightforward boss.
Oh yeah, no.
You will give it to them as is.
Oh no, no. Yeah. If you ask any of my,
sugarcoating with you.
No. That if you ask my team to tell them, ask them outright, how am I? They're like straightforward. I have been known to say a lot of dicey things with a lot of good intent.
Yeah.
But they know that it is with the best of intentions for their improvement.
Right. What kind of team do you manage? How many people are there in your team?
Right now there's only 3 of us.
Okay.
Because one's on holiday, one is broken.
Oh no.
Yeah, he's on medical leave. I'm for the hope to best he gets better though. I really do.
Yeah, so do we.
Yeah, and one's on holiday, so it's just 2 of us.
Oh, must be hectic.
I got an old dog. He's seen it all. He's got like 15 years before retirement. So, and I got a young kid.
So
he's only been in 5 years.
Okay.
5 years of experience in some venues that standard machines venues.
How do you think the role of the bartender has changed since the pandemic? I think it's become so much more important, right?
It has. I've noticed there's a lot more engagement with people over the counter. They're not just looking for, oh, can I have my drinks? Can I have my drinks? Can I have my drinks?
Yeah, it's become so much more.
They're looking for a conversation now.
Yeah.
No matter how busy
and also
it is.
as bartenders, you are too, because you've been 2 years. You haven't seen a lot of people, or a year and a half.
Oh yeah, no. I think I've lost a few people because redundancies. I've lost a few places that I used to frequent because of it, and the only sad reality is I've gained some poundage due to it, and that's still overall is a very bleak outcome. Like,
as how is it like being? I mean, how is it for Asian bartenders to grow in a city like London, working in mixology?
It is hard. I mean, there's not a lot of us. And anyone who comes from Asia to here is a steep learning curve. Because
you have to unlearn a lot of things you've learned in your life and learn new things.
It's more of, like I said, drinking habits and concepts. It's about perspective. What they're used to over there is a person being on holiday. Than here, where it's lifestyle. A regular person who will come to you nearly every day. That's the thing. It takes true grit, real grit, to make it as a bartender in London. And true adaptivity.
Let's talk about a few last questions about your bartending. What is your favorite ingredient you use? You know how bartenders always have this one ingredient that they're always using, and then they're trying to convince other people it's the best ingredient that they use.
I actually don't have one.
Really?
No.
Do you have one that keeps switching every few seasons? You're like, let me like experiment with this, like.
No.
Oh, no?
I flow with whatever comes and goes.
What is your philosophy of your bartending? How do you describe your bartending to people? Or how does it come across in your drinks?
That's a weird one, because my bartending and how I act is two completely different.
Interesting.
Opposites. So what I have is the mannerisms of a Asian bartender, where there is the kind, it shows in my cocktails, where it's kind, gentle, subtle, and elegant.
Yeah.
But how I present myself in terms of my talking pattern is the foundations of a Western bartender. We are loud, we have a mouth, we have the gift of the gab.
Yes, very.
We have the gift of the gab. We can spout nonsense for hours on end. We can be going and going and going. But the thing is, it takes a very intelligent or eloquent person to be able to continue that gab no matter what topic is thrown at them.
Yes, very true.
So that's why I have my foundations as a London bartender, but some odd reason still when I bartend have showcased very Asian techniques and skill and refinement in my drinks.
What do you do on your off days? Do you read?
Try to.
Yeah.
Try to. Yeah. Read.
What kind of stuff do you read?
Just cocktail books, cocktail recipes. I'm always reading those. Pardon. I box, exercise, and boxing. Yeah. That's why I jumped to a lot of counters.
Yeah. You're trying to see if it really works or no.
Oh no, it definitely works. But no, it's just read, exercise, and just unwind, cook.
Nice.
Try to just do normal things, and sometimes through cooking I think of new flavors.
Nice.
And they either turn out burnt or turn out into liquid. So liquid's easier to experiment. Liquid's easier to control. Burning fire, that's every Christmas.
Yeah. How's your day been today? What do you think of the London Spirits competition? Any feedback you'd like to give us?
In terms of the competition, it's been organized amazingly. It's can't really fault it. It's just been a pleasure to be able to be a judge, and can't say much for what I'm tasting, but thank God it's blind first, and then we see the product packaging later.
Right.
But it's really nice that there are products coming out.
Yes.
Even though we had a pandemic, it is good that there are still new products coming into the market.
I think more now than ever.
Oh yeah, no.
Because people were like, enough of this. Like,
oh yeah, no.
Lost a lot of their primary jobs and said, you know what, I'm gonna go back to my passion. I want to do this. I'm gonna try it out.
It is funny how there's a lot of people that actually like spirits. They always. The thing about the spirits, it's like you're a mini alchemist. You get to create your own thing. You can drink a little potion that you can drink.
True.
Call it your own. And it's weird, and it's probably an understatement to say it's probably the easiest thing you could learn, but at the same time it's the hardest learning curve you can have. Like knowing when to cut heads and tails. So
very true.
One from giving someone liver poisoning to the other one, making them blind, and then finally saying, "Oh, this is drinkable."
True.
So, and what's better than putting your favorite flavors in a pot, turning it alcoholic, and then selling it,
or consuming it yourself? Imagine having your own alcohol, and like you can tell people that you have your own alcohol.
But it is exactly like that.
Yeah.
And I would say it's brave and amazing that they've decided to say, scrap it. I'm putting all my savings into a still, getting a license and producing this.
Absolutely.
It's already astounding, and it's great to see in this competition that no matter what country, they're willing to bring it into London.
Absolutely.
And that's still a great thing, an amazing thing for us as an industry and for our future.
Yeah.
Because if this stopped, when you want to still be drinking Hendrix for the next 20,000 years, and by then it'll be all synthetics. I mean, Hendrix is really synthetic as hell. Monkey, let's see if Black Forest still exists.
But now there are companies that are doing like they're flavor companies now.
Yes.
So like there's one called Empirical Spirits in Copenhagen, and they only do flavors.
Yeah.
So they'll do a gin, but they'll do 34%, and they'll just call it a flavor, flavored spirit. And I think that's where we're moving towards. I think there's so many new contemporary styles which are also coming.
There was a company a while back. It's called Spice Drop.
Okay.
They quintessentially are a flavor company. They produce flavors in drops at a concentrated level, where you can have like 10-liter gallon, and all you need is 3 drops of this stuff, and it flavors it fully.
Nice.
And these are the kind of cheats that I use in the bar as well, because they have flavors that everyone's thinking, oh, how can I macerate this? How can I do this? How can I rotate? How can I sous vide this? I'm like, 1, 2.
Okay, now because you said this one word, otherwise this would have been my last question. What are other cheats you use in the bar? What are other cheats you use in the bar? You started it. I had to bring it up.
No, that's like,
I would love to know.
There's plenty of cheats. It's just it's the whole art of knowing what it is. It's like making a non-alcoholic cocktail. What's the main thing that when you make it? What's the biggest thing that is missing when you drink it? It's the body, right? Yeah. It tastes hollow. Yeah. So here's a little cheat.
There's no depth in it.
Yeah, there's no depth. Here's my cheat. Rice water syrup. So you know when you just wash the rice, and you get that starchy water. Yeah.
What about whey water then as an alternative? Or is that also not?
Whey water, because it's whey, and some people are the whole vegan angle thing.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's a bit on the touchy side with whey, and also rice water is cheaper.
Okay.
I mean, you just.
But then especially whey also works in a similar
way. No, they do. It's a little bit thicker. Yeah. It gives a bit more of a thicker consistency. Yeah. But with the rice water, because it is cheaper. Yeah. If you work in an Asian restaurant, there's always plenty of the stuff.
True.
Just make it in a simple syrup. Exchange any syrups you use for it, because it's tasteless. Whey water will impart a tiny bit of flavor, but with the rice water syrup, it just kind of blends over, but gives that thickness, that hollowness in the middle of your tongue that you always like. Yeah, I miss the alcohol.
Yeah, I recently made a cocktail for Belvedere, and I added whey water. But now I think because I added whey water, Belvedere, coconut water as well. Ooh. Because I think coconut water goes so well with it.
No. Coconut water is amazing.
Yeah, it's such a lifesaver.
Only problem with coconut water is you have to stay consistent with which coconut brand water you use.
Well, I use fresh coconuts.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
You have money, it's fine.
No, I was doing it for myself. Yeah, and I come from India. India, we have so many coconuts all the time.
That's fine. For me, I can't get coconut water consistently anyway.
I use fresh coconuts.
I try to find, but that's another thing. Like, I don't have one coconut water. I have like 6 brands of coconut water.
But that also changed. Like you can offer so much.
Yeah, no, it's
like so versatile as one product can have 6 different flavors in a way.
Especially if like the brand's like, oh, it's green. Oh, it's from Thailand. It's this one is brown.
How many cocktails do you do in your menu?
We have 5, 10, 15. No, I don't count those ones. About 10. I don't count the other ones because they're just martinis and Negronis. They're not real cocktails by any means necessary.
Signatures or...
Yeah, in terms of signatures, we have about 10 to 15.
Okay. Yeah.